Okay, now the blades are polished to 320 grit. That's perfect, exactly how I want it. So the steel looks very nice, awesome uniform ground, very nice finish, no scratches at all, and the shock blasted surface turned out very nice, I think. In my opinion, I really like it, but it's also taste. A thing of taste. Some people hate it, some people love it. So yeah, this is my taste. And now next thing I'm gonna do is cut off the rivets. And here we're gonna use some special rivets. I'm really happy about that. In this case, for this knife, I'm gonna use copper or brass rivets for the Mammoth, because I think the brown and the gold, it just mixes up perfectly. It matches very awesome. And for the Pinecone, I'm gonna use black carbon rivets. First I thought I'm gonna use silver rivets, so stainless steel or titanium, but I have to say I think carbon rivets will be even more awesome. And for this bone piece, the second knife, I'm really gonna use silver. So I will use stainless steel 2mm, because that's perfect. It's stainless and you can polish it up to a mirror finish like the handle itself, and that's what we're gonna do. So next up, the most important step in handle making. So please be aware of that, the most important step of handle making. Not cutting the rivets, nope, it's to clean the front side of the handle scales. I always say it in every video, and I will never get tired of it, because it's the most important step, and I always see a lot of YouTube videos where the knife makers do forget it, doesn't even know it, or just don't do it. They cut it off straight, glue the handle scales on, make the handle finish, and this front surface just looks bad. It's not finished at all, and you can't finish it without scratching the blade again. I told you, blah 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 blah. Okay, now as I said, next thing is to do that. So first I'm going to cut the rivets, then I'm going to stick or put the pieces together, put in a few rivets, not all of them, just a few rivets, so it's lined up perfectly as it will be on the handle in the end. And then I'm going to grind the front surface on the belt grinder, round it out, and finish it by hand. And after finishing the front surfaces, we can glue the handle scales onto the knives. Okay, now that both handle scales are polished and look very awesome, as you can see, I hope you can see it, nice pattern of the mammoth tusk, mammoth ivory, just awesome. It's just awesome. It has some kind of a 3D effect, and as if you can look into it, it's just so awesome. Mammoth ivory is a really awesome material. I mean, it's not best suited for survival knives or outdoor knives, because it's fragile and it swells up with high humidity. That's not very good. But for collection knives and for real awesome, not a lot used knives, it's awesome material. Absolute awesome. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna separate the handles, clean them up on the inside, clean the knives, and glue the whole things together. Now we give it 10 to 15 minutes to dry, and while the first one is drying, we're gonna take some bone piece and scratch away the leftover glue here on this piece, or the pushed out glue on this piece. As you see, just with a toothpick, just gonna scrape away the overdone glue, or the squared out glue. It rolls away very nicely, leaves no residue at all. And you don't have to use acetone, you don't have to clean anything with anything, just simple bone toothpick and clean it off. 10 to 15 minutes until we can do it on this piece, and then we're gonna unclamp them and go on with grinding. Well, okay, now just get finished with machine sanding. Hope you like what you see. I really do, and it's an awesome piece of bone. It's giraffe bone, I really love it. And here we have stripe in the middle, and here we have blue up on the top here, and down here white brown, and here we get almost to the black, and here is some resin inside also. Here on the outside is some resin. It looks very nice. Now this one turns out extremely nice also. Pattern of the mammoth ivory comes out very good. And here I made only chamfers. I didn't round it out, and it will stay that way. The only thing, the corners or the edges of the chamfers will get rounded out a little bit, tiny bit, so just it's more comfortable to hold. And I think this octagon grip, these 8 corners, it's extremely nice in the hand. It just fits so good, and it's I love it. I really love it to handle, to work with. It's just awesome. It fits perfectly, and I'm gonna polish them up next with sanding paper, hand sandpaper, 400, 600, 800, 1000. Well, now the handles are polished to mirror finish. Now after 800 grit, or 600 grit this one, and 800 grit this one, and I even polished it with 1000 grit, so it gets a little bit of a shine, and mammoth gets a very nice shine to it. And now we're gonna unpack the whole thing. Rubber. And the first one is undone. What I need is to clean the blade a little bit with acetone, so they look shiny and nice. Okay, second blade. Yep. And yep, well, I need to clean them a little bit, and then they're finished. Okay, now thought just to show you how sharp my knives are. Okay, as you see, almost got through, not completely, I'm not very proud of that cut, but...
Okay, now as you can see, my first few cuts, the edge alignment was a bit off, and the tatami is therefore just bouncing off the blade and do not get cut very well. That's what tatami cutting is made for, to not only show the sharpness of your blade, else to train the edge alignment of your blade, and you will get better by doing it more and more. You will feel how to use the blade correctly, how to get the right edge alignment onto the cut, and how to perform a really good, nice cut.
Nope. As I said, it's just the edge alignment, and it's a long time ago when I cut this the last time. And even cutting with a knife is even harder. You need to get the right edge alignment, otherwise your ankles will hurt and you won't cut completely through. And if the edge alignment is right, you saw it's just gliding through, and it's just even no resistance at all. You see, it's really only the edge alignment. That's everything that counts. And the sharp blade, of course. Oh my god, there's still an uncut piece left. And one more. Woohoo! That's an awesome cut. Looks really nice. A nice pattern inside. And just again to show you how tough this tatami stuff is. I mean, I have to press a little bit, but for a sharp knife it's not really tough, and for a good blade steel and the right cutting angle it's not a big problem at all. It's just some grass fiber, dried grass fiber, and that's not really very hard to cut at all, even across, perpendicular to the grain. So
Now I hope you like my video. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, and thanks for watching.